ridiculous is that Bill Maher would debate you about this topic that you disagree with him on if you were a member of the alt-right.
Yeah.
If you were a ridiculous, insane conservative funded by the Koch brothers, he'd have you on. If you were a provocateur, he'd have you on. But if you're a reasonable, intelligent progressive, you got like no chance, basically. Not even a panel, let alone the actual debate, the interview segment.
Well, there's a good chance that Bill Maher is scared. And so if you're in the real world, you gotta be thinking, that's weird, what do you mean by that? But I worked in cable news, and I know that a lot of the other hosts pick really weak substitutes so that their position is never challenged. Now, it actually hurts their ratings overall when their substitute hosts don't do as well, but they think, better that I keep my job, so I'll pick some weak sauce guys to fill in for me. Now, one of the reasons I love Dylan Ratigan is he didn't care about that stuff, and he was not bothered by it. The late Ed Schultz also had me fill in and wasn't bothered by it. Okay, they wanted other progressive voices on. So I'll always be indebted for them for doing that. But guys like Bill Maher, they just get comfortable in their little chair and they're like, oh great, Ben Shapiro, come on, yeah, let's have a BS conversation. Oh, you're so dangerous, Ben. Oh, are they blocking you on college campuses, Ben? Let's cry together. Because Bill Maher makes money on college campuses, Ben Shapiro makes money on college campuses. So that one affects them and their rich asses. So all of a sudden they care a lot about that, okay?
He had Colin Noir, I think is the NRA guy who hosts the NRA.
He'll have any conservative on, and by the way, you could either be friendly to him and he'll have you on as a conservative, or you could spit in his face and he'll have you on as a conservative. But the only progressives who get on are ones who kiss his ass.
Yeah.
So when's the last time you saw a progressive challenge anyone on Bill Maher's program? Almost never happens. So what do you have? You have a lot of patty cakes, a lot of corporatists. So I'm not saying that there are no progressives that have ever been on. There's some good folks like Van Jones, etc., but they all get along pretty fine. Has Bill Maher ever done a hostile interview with a progressive? He's done a million with conservatives. It's a real question. Can you remember any? I mean, look,
he did have, and this is not the same thing, but after his House N-word comment, he had, I think it was Ice Cube on, and it was a very tense interview about that. But that was not about progressive politics. It was just someone,
it was to cover his ass because he was in trouble.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he didn't go easy on him though.
Okay, good.
But yeah, no, not on the policy, no.
Okay. Anyway, so it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. In these old timers like Bill Maher, he's gonna sit there forever and just milk it. Oh, let's do a show. Let's have Jack Kingston on. He's the moderate Republican who, there are no moderate Republicans, but we'll call him moderate and we'll legitimize their point of view. Let's have the standard writers from the standard newspapers and magazines, and let's have Nancy McLean on and go, boo, convention, ma! Don't do change, don't do change. Aren't we having fun? Hey, HBO, where's my money?
I think he's gonna have you on now.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
I know,
okay.
I know. Yeah, no, like he hasn't had Anna on. How has he not had Anna Kasparian on his show in years? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. He obviously does not care about bringing in new young progressive viewers.
So, if you say, hey, Cenk, you seem animated, and so it seems like you do care. And I'm bringing it up because I'm thinking in my head, maybe I do care, right? Because I am animated by it. And so as you were talking, I was trying to think of why, right? So our show is as big as it is. It's not like if I went on Bill Maher's show, oh my God, wow, our show would get bigger. It doesn't work like that, right? And there's an excellent argument to be made that we're, in terms of audience, we're much larger than Bill Maher. So what is it? I think it bothers me, and it does, right? Keeping it real. It bothers me that like everyone else, he does establishment groupthink. Progressives are persona non grata, right? You can't have Anna on, you can't have Cenk on, you can't have any of the Young Turks on. You just have the standard establishment guys.
Yeah, and you could have Rob Reiner on, you could have Michael Moore on.
Of course,
you could have those sorts of people. And good, like I love Michael Moore. but you can't have you, me, Anna on.
Or pick a, God damn it, the TYT network is gigantic. We have dozens of hosts, pick one.
Yeah.
Kyle Kalinske, Jimmy Dore, pick one. There's a million of them, right? No, because in their minds, everybody in the establishment, and yes, Bill, your old ass is definitely in the establishment, okay? Oh, I'm such a fighter for change. I gave Obama $1 million, as did many other banks. Congratulations. Anyway, so they think, ooh, conservatives are cool and interesting. Ben Shapiro's an intellectual. Wow, that's so zinger, right? Yeah. And establishment people are awesome, right? Progressives. Have somebody from Chapo Trap House on. I don't know, you can't find a progressive in the country, a real progressive, and not someone who's been sitting in Washington for 48 straight years.
And by the way, conservatives are not going to watch your show. You could have the NRA guy on one week and then Ben Shapiro and then Milo. It doesn't matter. Maybe they'll watch that clip on YouTube. They're not watching your show. It's not gonna happen. Stop thinking that you're gonna seem like the super reasonable one that just wants to have a conversation with absurd, insane people. It's not going to work.
And their last thing, their old excuse was, progressives agree with Bill, so it's redundant. Well, under that logic, you shouldn't have any progressives on. Second of all, that's not remotely true. We obviously disagree on many things.
Yeah.
And what, do you disagree with the establishment guys? No, you guys do play patty cakes every single day. All you do is one big giant circle jerk of agreement. Hey, Bill, you agree? Oh yeah, I agree. Oh, I totally agree. Corporate Democrats are awesome. Everybody high five. Trump sucks, right? Trump sucks. Boy, that was hard. Wow, man. We're bold, we're super bold. We figured out like 89% of the country that Trump sucks, okay? And corporate Democrats are awesome, wonderful, right? Why don't you get somebody on to challenge you from the left? Never. So I guess I'm concluding that it's because you're scared. And you're worried that if you had a real progressive on, it would expose you for the establishment guy that you have become. I remember when you were a bolder, and yes, he got kicked out of ABC for the 9/11 joke, and I supported him for that, and I supported him on 100 different things. Back when, 58 years ago, he took some chances.